So I remember being pretty late to the party when it came to social media and using social media and having a phone. Like, I remember getting my first phone in sixth form, and that's kind of like college level of education. So all throughout high school, I didn't even have like a smartphone. I just had a phone that could do the basic things like, call people and message people, but I didn't have an actual smartphone until like college, and all my friends already had one. They were all using social media pretty regularly. Everyone in school was using it. And I was pretty late to this. And when I actually finally got my first ever iPhone, I actually remember downloading my first ever social media app, and that was Snapchat. And, I used it just to message my friends and stuff, and message a few people that I wouldn't have otherwise been speaking to, but nothing really above that. But then it kind of, went on, and I ended up getting Instagram. All my friends were using Instagram, so I wanted to be in with that kind of club as well, used Instagram. Never really used Facebook that much, and, I never used TikTok either, but Instagram was kind of the main one that I was addicted to. And I remember when I first got these social media apps that I would get like kind of a rush when I first ever used them and first started like following people and like creating my profile and like taking pictures of like everything that I was doing. Right, when I had a girlfriend at the time, like my first girlfriend, everything we would do, we would just take pictures of ourselves doing it, put it onto like Instagram, and there was like a rush, right? And then over time, it sort of started to get a bit more boring, became a bit more kind of normal life, right? You just pull your phone out, you just check social media, and I became addicted to it. And now it's been about 7 years since I finished school completely, and I have gone for the past 530 something days without using any social media, because it was at the start of July of 2023 when I actually deleted all of my social media from my phone. And in this video, I want to give you some advice from my experience with not having social media for so long, probably way longer than you, probably way longer than most of your friends, probably way longer than most of my friends anyway. How I've actually been able to manage that, and why I've done that, and like the things I'm doing in my life that's enabled me to not go back and re-download it. Because quite a few people my age kind of have this moment where they're like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to delete social media, I can't be bothered with it anymore. And that's kind of like what I had. But then they'll just re-download it again. Like, I've had friends who have deleted all of the social media like I did, and then literally within like 2 weeks, we'll be out together, like having a few drinks or something at the pub, and I notice that they're on the phone. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? And then they're on Snapchat, right? Or they're on Instagram, and they just re-download it. So hopefully by the end of this video, you can have a better understanding of how to actually delete social media and then stay off of it. And hopefully I can motivate you and be like an example of just an ordinary dude like you who was addicted to social media ever since high school, and how I have actually been able to achieve what is actually quite a big deal, right? Because again, most people spend 3, 4, 5 hours a day, especially like on TikTok now, because I've never really had TikTok, but TikTok's kind of a big one, right? And most people spend a vast majority of their time in the week just scrolling through social media. So hopefully this video can be very helpful to you. So why did I decide to delete social media? The main reason is because I simply got onto self-improvement. And this is going to sound, maybe you saw this coming, right? This is a self-improvement channel, of course. It's going to have something to do with self-improvement, right? Whatever. But genuinely, the number one reason that I actually made this decision is because I got onto self-improvement, and I learned a key sort of fundamental idea about self-improvement, which is the idea of time currency. Now, you've probably heard of this concept before, but it's the idea that your time is like the most valuable currency in your life. So no amount of money, no amount of like health, no amount of anything, right, is going to be more valuable than your time, because time is a finite currency. Whereas people say that your health is more important than money, right? Health is wealth, and I totally agree. But if you're in bad health right now, or if you're out of shape, you can always do something about it. You can go to the gym, you can lose weight, you can get healthy, you can stop eating junk food, and you can actually make yourself healthier. Just the same with money, right? You can spend money, but you can also make money, right? That's kind of like a fluctuating currency that you're going to have in your life that's going to go up and down. Time isn't like that. time, oh, fucking hell, can you hear that alarm? No, it's gone off now. Sorry. Time is a finite currency that no matter what you do, it's going to come out of your time bank account at the same rate that it would otherwise. Whether you're scrolling through social media, or whether you're being super productive, or whether you're spending time with friends, whether you're at the gym, you are spending your time at the same rate. Everything costs the same in terms of time. So that is really why I decided to delete social media, because all I did was just go and check on my iPhone, right, which I'm recording on now, the like screen time, right, the usage of like what apps was I using and how much time was it taking up. Because when I was watching all these self-improvement videos, when I was first getting onto self-improvement, or quite deep into self-improvement, I actually had this YouTube channel at the time. So like I created this YouTube channel and I was still using social media in the early days. And really when I wanted to, you know, take this seriously and really try and do well on YouTube, like that is when I really got into the research and kind of learning of self-improvement, and really watching a lot of other people's videos on it, like Hamza and Dan Coe and a lot of other self-improvement YouTubers. And one of the things they were always saying is about this time currency. And when I went onto my screen time, analytics on my iPhone, I realized I was spending like, I think it was like 4.5 hours a day, so like 4.5 hours per day on average, just scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through YouTube shorts, on Snapchat, just, you know, watching. Because the thing is on Snapchat, like when someone messages you, you don't just look at the message and reply back. You end up swiping to the right-hand side and like looking through all people's stories and stuff like that. And I was spending hours and hours a day on my phone, just staring at my screen, scrolling through mindless bullshit content, right? And the sad thing is, I probably wasn't even that bad. Like 4.5 hours is probably like decent nowadays because of obviously TikTok. I imagine there's a lot of guys my age who actually spend more than that on their phone. And it goes back to this idea of like time is your most valuable currency. Imagine if you could save even just half that, right? If you halved your screen time and you had an extra 2 hours a day, how much you could achieve with that if you added that up over a week and then a month and then years, right? You would have like days and days and days of additional time added to your life that you could use for anything. And I wanted to use that to work on this YouTube channel. So I wanted to use that time to record these videos. I wanted to use that time to learn how to video edit, even though I don't really do that, edit my videos that much anymore. I used to. I wanted to learn that time on like just learning, right? Use that time to actually upskill myself and come up with some more advice that I can give to you guys, and use that time to actually experiment on myself to see what actually works and what could help someone who's similar to me. But that wasn't really the only reason that I deleted social media. There was other reasons, like when you are, especially on Instagram, when you are constantly looking at other people that you look up to. It could be in people in the fitness space, you know, people who have incredible physiques, you know, they've done really well at the gym, but they're very genetically blessed. And you're looking at a lot of successful people, a lot of successful influencers who have made a lot of money, who are showing off their wealth and materialistic wealth. And you see these people constantly, right, on Instagram and TikTok. And sometimes that can be inspirational sometimes, right? You can look at that and think, oh, you know, that's really cool. I kind of want to do that one day. But then sometimes it can make you feel like you're really not doing very well because you watch all those people for a year and you think, yes, this is the year that I'm going to be like that. And then the second year comes around and you're kind of in the same position that you were last year, and you still see these people, they're posting content, they're very wealthy, they've got great physiques, okay, I want to be like that. And then you just keep seeing them. It's like a little reminder throughout the day that you're just constantly, you know, opening your phone and getting this little reminder like, oh, by the way, there's people out there that are kind of living your dream right now and you're just watching them. And that was the big thing for me, where it was like, I don't think these people that I look up to got to where they are because they were watching other people like them. I think they just probably got on and just did the work, right? And just went to the gym and fucking built the physique, or actually created the content, right? Instead of being a content consumer, they were a content producer, and that is how they've got to their level. And that is really the main two reasons why I deleted social media. I was just getting fucking sick and tired of seeing all of the influencers and fitness gurus who were miles ahead of me in their journey, in their entrepreneurship sort of adventure. And they were doing so well and they're so successful and had such a good physique, and just, they were basically had everything that I at the time was wanting to have. And being reminded of that constantly was quite demoralizing, and it got to a point where it was no longer inspirational. And then the second reason was I was spending so much time watching these people and looking at what my friends were doing and when they were going out and things like this. Like, I just got fucking sick and tired of it. And I had a moment where I was like, do you know what? I'm getting rid of social media because it is taking over my life. You kind of get to the point where it becomes so all-encompassing, like constantly having social media, that you feel like you're at the mercy of it. Like, I want to get some work done today. I want to make a video. I want to, create that drop shipping website or whatever thing that you're doing, like business, whatever. We all have that like side hustle that we want to do. But you just feel like you keep getting stopped every day from doing the thing that you want to do, from doing that task you set out to do, because you are addicted, like completely addicted to just opening your phone, going through Instagram, going through TikTok, going through Snapchat. And so that was the main reasons that I got rid of social media. So it's been over 500 days where I haven't had any social media. And what's happened in that 500 days time? Well, I've gone from having like 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel because I was posting one video a month to having 1,300 subscribers. Again, it's not a huge like achievement. You might look at that and think, well, you've got 1,300 subscribers, like good for you, like that's not very good. But what you don't understand is that I'm in the YouTube Partner Program now. So when you get to 1,000 subscribers, you get entered in to the YouTube Partner Program, which means that you can now start getting paid for your videos. And what that means for someone who wants to be a YouTuber, for a small YouTuber, maybe you're a small YouTuber yourself, when you get into that partner program and you start getting paid, even if it's a very small amount from your videos, the motivation that you get from that to then go ahead and create more videos is insane, right? Because now you kind of have this idea in your head that if one of my videos does really well, that could actually be like a pretty decent amount of money. And when you get to that, you get over that hump of 1,000 subscribers, it's actually a fucking huge achievement. And that only happened because I wasn't addicted to social media. Like, I've been able to do that. Like, maybe you could have done that and got to 1,000 subscribers. Maybe you have done that while still having social media. Okay, fair play. But I'm an addictive person. Like, I'll be honest with you, I get addicted to shit. Like, I'm 100% addicted to nicotine. I can't stop using nicotine pouches. I'm 100% addicted to caffeine. I cannot, if I like go one day without drinking a coffee on a morning, I'll feel it. I will not be able to function. Like, I get addicted to shit. I get addicted to watching YouTube. I get addicted to social media, and I was addicted to social media. I think it's like something to do with having like OCD or something. I get like very obsessive over like an idea or something in particular, and I'll go all in on it. And that's just with anything in life. And yeah, I can get very addicted. So for me to have the ability to work enough to be able to get to 1,000 subscribers, right? To make the videos, to work on my skills making videos, to actually go out there and like learn and get the advice together that I give to you on these videos, right? I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was spending 4 hours a day on social media. I just would not have had the time to do it. I wouldn't have had the energy to do it. So that is basically the main benefit that I've had from not having social media in terms of like work, right? And productivity, is that I've been able to achieve this level on YouTube where I can actually start getting paid. And that's a great feeling, right? And that's probably the biggest benefit that I've had from not having social media. But there's so many other benefits that have come from not having it as well. Like, when I'm out in a social situation with my friends and we're all, having a few drinks, we're having a catch up, I'm so much more present, right? Like, I can hold a conversation with someone better now. I don't have the temptation midway through a conversation while someone's looking at me and talking to me to just get my phone out of my pocket and just turn it on. I just don't have that temptation anymore. And by far, one of the biggest benefits that I've had from not having social media, above, the time that I've been able to save and the extra amount of work that I've been been able to put in on my YouTube channel, because I haven't had the brain rot and the brain fatigue, and I've not been spending all that time. I've been able to put that time elsewhere and invest that time and energy into something more productive, into something that's more healthy. One of the other advantages is that my dopamine receptors is finally improved, right? There's this idea that when you are addicted to social media and you're doom scrolling social media constantly, your dopamine levels, essentially you become insensitive to dopamine. And what that means is, because you are getting cheap dopamine constantly through social media, right? You're seeing these memes, you're seeing these funny reels, right? Whatever. Your dopamine is constantly spiking a little bit, but like throughout the day, constantly, right? And when that happens, it becomes really difficult to find social media fun after a while. It's like I mentioned at the start, when I first downloaded social media, I found it all really novel and really fun and really new. And that's because it was new, it was very novel, and my dopamine was spiked very highly. But the longer and longer and longer, after years of abusing social media like that, you just don't find it fun anymore. And you find yourself needing to spend more time on social media, following more messed up accounts, following more weird people to get any enjoyment out of it. And yeah, I can find things now more enjoyable that I would not have found fun before. Like, I do find recording and editing videos quite fun. Like, maybe not at the time, like whilst I'm recording it now, but when I'm editing it and uploading it, and that feeling of like you've just done like a little bit extra to get towards your goal, right? You want to upload a video, you record it, you edit it, you upload it, you put the title in, you put the thumbnail in, and it's like up there, it's live, right? Upload it to YouTube. That's like a nice feeling, and that makes me happy. And that's a feeling that before, if I was just using social media and like still had it on my phone, like I probably wouldn't be recording this video now. I'd probably, it's like 4 o'clock now. I've finished my work day in terms of like my actual job, right? I'd have probably just been sat in bed, just like scrolling through Instagram, it's some chill time, just chill and watch Instagram for a bit. But I don't have that option on my phone. There's nothing to do on this phone. So I just thought I'll record a video, right? Because it's been a long time since I've recorded a video about social media, and I want to talk about it. Like, I find that fun. It's rewarding. It's not funny, but it's kind of challenging. Do you know what I mean? You can challenge yourself every day. And I find things like that fun. I find going for a walk fun. I genuinely get excited at the thought of going for a walk. I get giddy at the thought of going to the gym with my friend. Like, my friend will sometimes message me. He's like, oh yeah, do you want to come to the gym? He has this like 24-hour gym. And I'm like, yeah, I'm excited to go. Do you know what I mean? But again, before when I had social media, I just wouldn't have found this kind of shit fun. I'd have found it like a chore, right? One, because I just really enjoyed going on social media. And two, because I would have been so... my energy would have been so drained from spending kind of all my I guess attention on social media, doom scrolling, that I wouldn't have had like the physical energy to go and do these things, like to work extra outside of work hours, to go for a walk, to go to the gym. These are just things that I wouldn't have had the mental capacity to do. But again, yeah, now that I don't have social media and haven't had it for like 530 days now, it feels good, right? I've been able to achieve quite a bit. Like my YouTube, it's finally monetized. That feels great. I'm in best shape I've ever been. Do you know what I mean? I'm lifting the most weight I've ever lifted at the gym. I'm getting stronger. I'm going for walks pretty much every day, right? I'm getting loads of fresh air and getting outside all the time. I'm still making content. I'm still feeling good. And yeah, it just feels good. So if this video is going to serve you any purpose, if you've watched like this long into it, then I just hope it's inspirational and has provided you some insights into, why you should delete social media and how to stay off of it. I think if you're going to stay off of social media, the key bit of advice is you just need to replace it with other healthier habits, like going to the gym or going for a walk. That's what I've done, and that's how I've stayed off of it. You need like a mission, right? You need like some kind of goal. If that goal for you is to get into really good shape and really good mental health, then you could use the time that you would have spent on social media just training, right? Just going to the gym, lifting weights. Maybe you could go boxing. Maybe you could just go for like really long runs or something, or go swimming or go for a walk. Like, just do something that kind of serves that mission that you are trying to achieve, whatever your big goal is. For me, that goal is obviously fitness, but it's more sort of like growing this YouTube channel and creating better content and giving people advice. And, not having social media has allowed me to do that and has freed up the time where I can now allocate that time and energy towards doing that. I've replaced this idea of just letting my phone grab my attention with pursuing a goal, pursuing a dream, and actually putting the work in that allows me to get closer and closer to that dream. And that's the way I've been able to stay off social media, because if you don't have a goal in mind, if you just don't want to be on social media anymore, but then you're kind of just going to do nothing, 100% guaranteed you'll just download it again. You'll just fully download social media again. You will not stay off of it. You need to replace social media. So don't think about just deleting it. Think about you replacing social media with the work that you're going to need to do that is going to get you closer towards your sort of purposeful goal, right? You need like a purposeful mission in life that you can use to replace social media usage. Right, bro, quick little video today. I hope you found that helpful, inspirational, informative in any way. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.